On y'all back with another one, back with another one. This is the embracing being an independent thinker, the third the 38th edition, the 38th edition of the independent thinking series. Um embracing being an independent thinker. Yeah. Um last week was crazy. I know, and yes, you saw the Sunday dailies, right? It's pretty cool, but it gets to a point that you understand what's really going on, right? And I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, look, the stuff is happening. Things change. The circus era is here. Politics is bad. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit of sports today. I'm going to keep up with what's going on, and the playoffs is looking interesting. My Eagles are struggling. It's to be a shame if they don't make it, but Dallas ain't gonna make it that far. I can tell you that right now. Dallas is not making that far. Dallas is not a good team. They're a decent team in the NFC East. I understand people love the Cowboys, but they're not. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl. As long as y'all have Jerry, um, y'all ain't winning nothing. Now, Lamar Jackson, I expect him to win a Super Bowl. Now, they say it's gonna be 49ers. That's what they said. Now, I've heard that in certain. So we'll get to that later. We're gonna I'll share the screen and do whatever. But like I said, if you're a 49ers fan, I understand that the 49ers look good and the Eagles, they look good all year until they start losing close games. Philadelphia lost a lot of defense. Let me tell you this. They lost a lot of defense because I think the pressure was on them so much. And I think the whole purpose of them downsizing, and when they had Matt Patricia, it was over. Then they had Blankenship, and then they have all types of individuals. It's just like they didn't want to play. They was out of sync so much. You know what I'm saying? Like in sports, you got to be mindful. It's one of those things that you get caught up in, and you be like, all right, this is the sports world, and it's like this, right? The NFL, it's on fire now. Michigan did one last night, I believe. Did they? Yeah, they won last night. I know it's today's Tuesday, and I'm glad Michigan won. That's one of my favorite college teams to win. So it is what it is. So in the standings right now, you already know the Bills. They've clinched their division, like I expect, 11-6. Dolphins clinched the wild card in the green. And you got the Chiefs, of course, 11-6. The Browns is 11-6. Browns is good. They clinched their wild card and Steelers in the wild card. So you got the Dolphins, Browns, and the Steelers. That's it. But the ones that clinched their division is the Texans. They won. And the Chiefs, I believe. Okay. And then the ones that clinched it in the wild card, the Steelers and the Browns. The Ravens are a top team of the conference, so the AFC conference. So they got to buy. They're gonna be good. I in the AFC right now, I got the Ravens so far. But the only teams that can stop them, it could be Kansas City, but I got the Ravens so far. I got the Ravens. My second, I will say, this the defending champs, KFC, and Buffalo and Miami. Those couple will be something, right? The Steelers is the least favorite. That's them and the Texans, but I still got the Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins, and Bills as the lineup. That's in the AFC, but we'll show these in a minute. And then the NFC, of course, yeah, the Eagles got the wild card. Dallas is 12-5. That don't mean they're the best. And the one in the conference you already know is San Francisco. San Francisco's gonna win the conference game. And then the teams that got 12-5, you already know is Detroit and all that, but that doesn't mean nothing. Green Bay's in the playoffs, they in the wild card spot. Tampa Bay ain't no good. Philadelphia should be Tampa Bay, and I think they will. Philadelphia will. They're a good team. I don't see the Cowboys going that further. They have a bye week too. It depends. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's kind of weird. And Dallas might not make it out of the first round if they ain't careful. Because you got Green Bay, you got a lot of teams that can beat Dallas. They're prepared. They're looking for a Super Bowl. But I'll show y'all in a minute. But yeah, the NFL is kind of out there like that. It's like it is what it is, and then you see what's going on and whatnot. But yeah, Last week, last week you had certain things in the works, and we talked about just the stuff that I extended. I said there would be an Elon Musk type person. You know, if you really think about it, the Elon Musk type person, the guy that can own these type of apps, like you can say Google and YouTube in the future, that's evident because what you're seeing on formerly known as Twitter is blowing up in views because of this war and all this other stuff. Y'all just gotta look at it from what it is, man. And then and that's what it is. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit that. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit that because I didn't want to get hit with the copyright. I had someone's reel, but let me look at this something right quick. I'm gonna go down for a minute. Yeah. Show unavailable videos. Deleted. Let me see right quick. I ain't got time for that goofy shit. Okay. I'm gonna put this down for a minute. That's just one instance. She said, there, and I found this on Instagram, whatever. My fault. But like I said, you know, last week I meant what I said on the vlog stream. Like it's now or never. Now there's more than ever. You got to be about it, man, because things is changing. You look at things for what it is, but I'll get to the NFL for with y'all in a minute. But but me personally, I think the Super Bowl's coming up. It's a lot of things going on. Yes, the election, the war, and we got to see who's going to be um, the hopefuls. Hope it ain't the same rematch. I know I'm gonna vote for that because nobody wants to see that again. Because the country's dying, but it is what it is. America is not where it's at to be, and a lot of people think it's no, it's dying, bro. The essence of it, people be on these sites. It's not going to be, and a lot of people say you can't be anti-American. Ain't nobody caring about this shit. It's over. It's entertainment at this point. You just got to make sure you do what you got to do. But in reality, it's just the distractions in sports and everything. Now the NBA is a totally different beast. Me personally, right now, you got the best teams in the West doing good, but Denver can still pull it out and beat everybody this coming up playoffs. But if Murray gets back and gets healthy, a lot of people try to say the Knicks is better. The Knicks are not better. They're just a team that, as long as you got James Dolan, Magic's working on getting started, then Knicks will be something. I don't see them going further, and I don't see now the Clippers, their biggest weakness, there's a hole in their game. They're not better than nobody in the West. They could beat Denver, but in reality, can they do this in a championship? Or no, I still got the Nuggets coming out the West. A lot of people said, "Oh, the Clippers is good. They're good for now." Yes, Kawhi is the man. He's the only reason that will elevate James Harden to win. I just don't see them beating Jokic. See, the only reason they're mad that Jokic is not winning is because this is the NBA. Things can change after the All-Star break, during the All-Star break, in time. See, you can't just look at standings and think they're going. Boston's good. Are they going to be healthy all year? I don't think so. If Boston stays healthy, yeah, they can beat the Bucks and they can win the Eastern Conference Championship and win a championship. That's another good team. Boston's good. Milwaukee's good. I still got Milwaukee beating them because when you add Dame Lillard, but it depends if Milwaukee does good. Philadelphia's good. If the Sixers does good and beat them, a lot of people try to say they're gonna be a second round team. Um, this ain't a second round team. Once they got rid of James Harden, they're still good. If they get rid of Tobias Harris and add some pieces, Sixers will have something. They're in trade talks right now. They said Miami go further away. Miami's through. Miami ain't got nobody. Okay, the Knicks ain't got nobody. I'm looking at them as a 5-year project. Chicago's through. All these teams are through. Ain't nobody in the East that's good against Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. Orlando's always good. They getting, they in the playoff picture. They gonna stay right there for a minute. Pacers a dark horse, and you got the Cavaliers and Knicks. That's it. That's all. That's your future teams for these certain years. And I think the Knicks will be better in the future. But the Western Conference, I still got Minnesota. OKC's brand new. That's early in the game, and the Nuggets is good. These are the three best teams out the West right now. Clippers is good. Are they better than Nuggets? Hell no. No, they're not. No, I still got the Nuggets. Clippers got to show me something. Sacramento is one of my other teams I like. I like the Kings and the Timberwolves. Those two I like on the top, and three really. OKC, that's it. Houston is another one on the bottom, and Dallas is good. Anything can happen in the West. Lakers are out of the playoffs. Lakers are through. And an aging Lakers team is through. They're not going nowhere. San Antonio's that's a 3 to 5 year project with Wemby. That's gonna be a minute. And Memphis is gone. They won some games and Jailblazers, the Warriors, they're through. All these teams are through. Still early, but they're through. But what we're seeing right now in January is a big month. But then during the All-Star break and then before the All-Star break and during the trade deadlines and all that stuff and then after, we got to see what they're going to do in March. In March, that's when you're going to know. See, the other half of the season was what? October through December, right? We got to see what January through March is like. Think about that. Think about that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all got these weird concepts of how sports is, and it's really not that deep. 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 But I understand that why people just get caught up like that. Okay, let me share y'all the screen about the NFL because I think y'all need to know this type of stuff. And then let's look at the teams that I'm gonna put. Okay, I'm gonna big it up. Let me get out of here for a minute. As you can tell, the Bills right here is a good team. They got Josh Allen. They got everything. They got Dolphins, Chiefs, and all that. But I think Steelers and Dolphins will be a good matchup. And then you got your Browns and you got Texans. Hey, you got these Chiefs again. But I always gonna go to the Ravens. And I believe who else is good? Might be the Bills. But the Chiefs and Bills got the same record. We'll see. This is an interesting playoffs. I think the Ravens have a shot. They'll win the AFC for now. The NFC right now, everybody's got the 49ers. Now the Eagles and the Cowboys are the second or third. They had a good season. A lot of people say they had a bad season. No, they had a good season. If the Eagles ever win this, I'm saying Jalen Hurts, if he gets back, oh man. Oh man. Different story. But on the road, they're 5-4. At home, they're 6-2. On the road, the 49ers are 7-2. Home, 5-3. Interesting. 6-3 on the road by the Lions, 6-2 at home. The Lions may have a shot. Pull an upset on the Cowboys. I'm picking the Lions to beat the Cowboys. Whoever plays the Cowboys, I'm picking against the Cowboys. You know how that goes. So yeah, man, the NFC, I see a Ravens and a 49ers Super Bowl this year. That's who I think. That's my prediction. My little minor prediction. I mean, I'm still picking my Eagles come out the NFC conference. But if they get knocked out, I got the 49ers. That's my second choice. I ain't picking Dallas. Dallas ain't gonna win nothing. Dallas get close to big games and the pressure's on. They fold. They cave. That's the whole point of the sports world. But yeah, that's the teams that you see that's in it. And In the orange they say clinch division, and then you got the wild card in the green. That's the Broncos, the Steelers, and Dolphins. It's three on the wild card. In the NFC, you got three on the wild card as well: Eagles and Rams, I believe. Hold on, y'all, because my sinus is acting up in my left side of the eye. Yeah, it got out. That was my sinus acting up. And like I said, like I said, yeah, LA Rams. That's gonna be interesting. Them and the Packers. But you know how the wild card round is. It's actually short. You got the divisional round, but who's in the wild card is it's crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. It's shaping up. But that's all I talked about. But the politics. 2024 is a big distraction. I don't care who's gonna be in the Super Bowl. It is what it is. So in reality, we're just gonna look at it for what it is. And yeah, we got this on lock and right now. But yeah, but anyways, yeah, independent thinking series, you think outside the box, yeah, you talk about sports, get away from the generous propaganda, what you see on YouTube and things like that. And when you get in these certain spaces, people just be derelict and be dumb. But in reality, they just don't know that they ain't got no content. Now, Strawberry Shortcake, she deleted all her or private or wherever hide her videos. Now, I understand Strawberry Shortcake, aka Sexy Red, salute to her, but she's on a warpath with Kudempi. I give them nicknames. I'm just playing. I ain't really that serious about go at them like that. But yeah, Kudempi, man, you better cut that shit down. I know people like him and anything, but man, he's falling apart. And everybody's trying to say, hey, we got new purges, this and that. Kudempi wasn't the father of the purge, but I understand why he was the father and create that monster. Then everybody spin off on him. But that's what happens when you become the main contributor. You just got to look at it for what it is. But your boy likes to harass women, they say. But if I was him, I wouldn't be talking in this era, because this era is kind of crazy. You can say a lot of things you want on the internet on certain topics and certain things, but you got to be mindful that people ain't gonna mess with you right away, boy. Because I've been on YouTube for 17 years. A lot of people don't know I've been on YouTube for 17 years. Now, yes, this channel's been on here for 12 years, but I've been on YouTube for 17 fucking years. I ain't never seen no BS in my life. The stuff that I've seen, the genderous politics, and they said, "What's a genderous?" Like gender war and all that fake shit that happened. We started it way back, and then we won and got a website. The second go around, it shouldn't be no gender war. I can't believe I got a full house, even though I got a 7. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I got a full house. It started off, I had a 7 queen, 4, and then I had another 4. I had a 4 clubs, 4 diamonds on the table. Now we got a 4 ace, and they just added. And I'm playing Watch Dogs, by the way. I'm gambling on the hardest, actually the second hardest table, the hard table in the loop in Chicago. If you know what that is, underground. That's probably the second best card table there is. The third best is the one in Parker. The least best is the one in the hood. They garbage. But that shit is wild, man. That shit is wild. But the super stakes, high stakes is powerful. So yeah, I got 7 on that. He can't have that with the ace. I know he didn't. See, I won. He had 3 of a kind, but I won that. Yeah, bro. Body dude. I beat the other guy with a full house in the right. Just talking to y'all while things is going in motion. But it just goes to show you, man, like, gambling, it's in sports. You know how people get caught up in gambling and stuff like that. But anyways, like I said to y'all, in 2024, man, the new spring is here. The actual new year It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me adjust my shit. Let me go on mute for a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back at it. So I got to adjust that. So it just goes to show you that yeah, I'm just getting it in motion right here, but that's just what it is. And then, damn, you know, I'm just going at it with it again. She got snapped. She's happily married. She married, and you doing this wild stuff. I tell you, these married females, man, these things out here. No thanks. Over here, if you're happily married and you doing OnlyFans, be blacklisted. The fuck out of here. And y'all, you hoes is crazy. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, but I said that last week about certain individuals and shit like that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But and I said something about the NSFW, the NSFW not suitable for work. But we ain't gonna get into the whole thing, the term. I just said it, the acronym, and I said that last week. I said that's a trending thing, and they try to push it away. I said that last week on the vlog stream, but I was trying to warn y'all that's going to be a daily thing because Elon Musk is promoting that on X, and it is what it is, and that's what they're gonna go with. But other places don't promote it because it's bad for them image, and then the credit cards and the chargebacks. And someone mentioned that on the review USA Tech, the review USA Tech broke it down. Rich said, but somebody in the comment section said, the reason the credit card companies are attacking these type of content is because of the chargebacks and the PayPal's and all that. PayPal is one of the worst things to use. I've used it several times, and they don't let you do much if you don't have a PayPal credit card for them or a debit card. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that. I don't purchase that. I don't have PayPal like that. I don't do PayPal like that. It just goes to show you I don't deal like that. I wasn't playing those games, and I learned a lesson last month. I tried to get something, and they just one person. Then this person didn't want to be a merchant. I just cut that person off completely, and then it became a spiraling whole month. But that whole month was a wrap. It's a wash. We good on that. I just don't want to mess with that person ever again. So I did my thing. We went on, and that's just what it is. That person's stuff was everywhere, but you know how it is. But we ain't gonna comment on that. That's a whole nother story on that. That's a whole nother piece on that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not trying to hold people up, but I'm just saying. But in so many instances, you see the things that's going on, but A lot of people try to say it's canceled. Everybody's been canceled. But see, my stuff is old. That's from the pandemic stuff. So when you look at things like that, you see problems in people's hands and then they just immediately go crazy. And then you get to a point, you be like, okay, we know. But like a lot of people using different things, but I just like to say, but everybody has their own issues of how they want to work and then just build off of things. But you have to understand people just get caught up on the wrong thing and they just like, hey, this is it. This is it. But you know, sports is very, very, very intriguing these days. But yeah, it's a lot of NFL coach firings. I have to break it to you. Tennessee Titans, they lost Mike Vrabel after 2 seasons, and I felt like his firing was not surprising, but Tennessee's always been trash. I mean, I'm originally from that state, but they're still the Houston Oilers to me. They always going to be the Houston Oilers. They're going. A lot of people know them as the Tennessee Oilers, but they're the Houston Oilers first, and then they went to Tennessee, and the Tennessee Oilers is just trash. The Oilers always suck. That's why the Titans were always going to be the Oilers. Then you go back to that. Then you go back to Houston. Tennessee don't need a football team, but people like Tennessee because Tennessee Titans is popular. They kept the name, the stable, and I think the Titans will stay there, and people go there. It's in Nashville, whatever, and they still got a National Football League. But you also got Atlanta Falcons. They fired their coach, yeah, because he was gone. He sucked. But I'd be interested if Mike Vrabel came down here in Atlanta and became a Falcons coach, or Carolina Panthers. Now Carolina Panthers fired their coach as well. Now the one that used to coach for Carolina, he got fired by the Commanders, formerly known as the Deadskins. A lot of people call them the R word, Redskins, but it means Deadskins. You know how it is, that fiasco and that name change. That's why Washington's still trash, by the way. But he used to coach for the Carolina Panthers. But after that, we already know that's the reason why that coach got fired. He just couldn't win, and they just got tired of him. It's like, look, dude, you got to win us some games. This ain't Carolina. Get rid of this, but I think he used to play for the Bears a long time ago. Forget what team he was, defense, and that's how he got the coach. But took Cam to the Super Bowl. Wasn't cutting it. So Belichick's still in the contract. It's a lot of things, but NFL coaching is what it is. They still get jobs, unlike most. You just gotta look at the big picture. These are memes. Y'all on these memes, bro. I don't know why y'all love memes so much. Lord have mercy. Memes. Really? Really? That English girl, Natalie, her husband's the cuckoo doo doo doo. Rockstar Games. She don't follow nobody. She stopped following everybody. She one of them. She fell off too and got married. I don't understand why people just get caught up on that. But it's a lot of people fell off in the modeling industry, whatever. That pandemic ruined a lot of people. I'm gonna break this down to you, and this goes back to last week where I was saying, if you see a lot of these models that's trying to get back in the industry since the pandemic and all that, you know what that means, right? They're trying to get married and try to be like these normal women, but the modern woman is a whore. She's a whore. They all whores in the day. We like to say hoes for short for the black culture, but so-called black culture, but they're whores. These whores, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they call themselves SWs. What they say, sex workers. Man, they trying to be somebody's wife, and they know damn well OFs is their option, and they've been leaked everywhere from known to man. And it's just like, I'm not dissing nobody that does that. I'm just saying, like, just be aware of what you're getting. Fellas, if you're in the so-called red pill space, so-called manosphere space, you actually blue pills yourself. Y'all want these women. Y'all act like you said, I don't want these women. You'll lie, you want them. And just like, and shouts to the album Preach for saying this, they are absolutely right. Most of these dudes want these tummy tuck women with the big butt. And it's just that's just I'm just gonna come out and say it. That's what they want. That's what they really want. They want it so bad to the point that people understand that a lot of times that's just what you're seeing. You see, they think they're slick. They think they're slick about it, but they know damn well it's gonna come back and bite them. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand that's how the mind works. Anytime you have situations like this, you already know that it's over. You know what I mean? And that's how bottom line is when working. But in reality, it's just like that's what they want. So, yeah, that weak ass game. I lost that. Go one more. Goff gets his chance to get back. Jared Goff was discarded by the Rams. Uh-oh. He's with the yeah. Jared Goff, I'm gonna read this. Jared Goff's chance to stick it to the Rams feels more personal than Matt Stafford's return to Detroit. See, Matt Stafford used to won a Super Bowl when he was with with the Rams, but he came from the Detroit Lions, and Detroit's been playing well since without Matt Stafford and the big changes. Now Jared Goff he won a Super Bowl with the Rams, and now he wants to be one for the future. Matt Stafford was raised in Texas, started in college at Georgia, University of Georgia. Matt Stafford's okay, but from the day in 2009, he became the Lions' number overall pick. I remember the Lions picked him up, and he was committed to making Detroit a home. He tried that, and that didn't last long, and then he ended up winning the Super Bowl with the Rams. That's one of these same stories. His connection with the region was more than philanthropic. Yeah, philanthropic. Like a lot of people say philanthropy. Yeah, philanthropy or philanthropic or something like that. Philanthropic. Although he was plenty of that, much it was about the attitude. He was present. He gave everything he had to lift a franchise, but that felt immovable. He was appreciated even if he could manage the task, but he and his wife Kelly and their four daughters became as much a part of the community as a pro athlete can. But then rather than be a part of the fourth rebuild under a fourth regime. He requested a trade and got shipped to Los Angeles, but he remained popular enough that they actually sold Detroit Rams t-shirts when he led his new team to the Super Bowl victory. That's a fact. So yeah. Oh shit. Let me yeah, so old girl talking BS right now. Okay. So yeah, his return to Sunday leading the Los Angeles Rams into the first home Lions playoff game since 1993 season and possibly wrecked their dream Detroit season is delicious NFL storyline. I know it's going to be rocking there, Stafford said Sunday, but haven't had a playoff game there in haven't had a playoff game there about 30 years or whatever it is. It's just not a delicious situation for Jared Goff. The man the Rams threw into the deal to get um, Stafford. Yeah, Jared Goff used to play for the Rams. He didn't win a Super Bowl with the Rams. You know, he went to Stafford, and I thought they had Jared Goff in the Super Bowl. I don't think he won a Super Bowl, but I believe Stafford did. Yeah, Jared Goff, he was in the making. Yeah, he was in the Super Bowl. Yeah, he was in the Super Bowl with the when they had the Patriots. That's the most boring Super Bowl of all time. The Patriots and the Rams when it was LA Rams. And then he got traded for Stafford. Yeah, Stafford had different receivers in that game with the Bengals. I remember that game. I remember seeing it too. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But the fact that they nearly focused on the NFC wildcard game has already morphed into Stafford fest sort of it says it all. Golf is forever the background player here, just with a far more personal part to play. It is Goff, not Stafford, who was deemed expendable by his old team, but it is Goff, not Stafford, who had to watch his old franchise go win it all without him. It is Goff, not Stafford, who got dumped in the NFL and hinterlands and the worst franchise in the sport. It is Stafford who got freed into the SoCal sunshine for his own requests. Stafford is a made man, playing with house money. He has his Lombardi. He has his potential Hall of Fame credentials. He has the respect of two fan bases, let alone the league as a whole. If he wins and he builds his legend, if he loses, he carries on. And it took a Herculean effort just to get the Rams from a 3-6 start into these playoffs. But a little expected, he is a dashing millionaire return to the high school reunion fun for me on a personal level, Stafford said. Jared Goff knows the Lion fans are starving for a playoff win. Yeah, we know. It is Goff who is trying to prove himself at the least beyond Metro Detroit, where the Lion fans have come to embrace Stafford's replacement as much as Stafford's himself. It is Goff who carries the weight of the expectations from long suffering Lion fans who see this as a season they finally win a postseason game. On the basis of an 8-2 finish to the 2022 season, this was a this was the most anticipated Lions campaign in generation. Detroit delivered, going 12-5 and winning in its first NFL North title, and now it seeks the first playoff victory since the 1991, just the second since 1952. Stafford went 0-3 wild card appearances during this time, but the flame out of the wild card weekend and then the promise of the Rockets and the scene would be a massive disappointment. But football isn't a QB versus QB sport, of course, which is why this is expected to be understandable downplayed by the participants. I mean, I understand one of the stories. Lions head coach Dan Campbell, blah, okay, golf, blah blah blah. It won't really say much, but yeah, he wants his revenge game. I just saw that and I just read that, but that's it. But I got it from the Yahoo, whatever. It's just this goes to show you where um what it boils down to. You know, I'm looking at the scammer on that, on the police work and all that. But yeah, just talk about Jared Goff and you know the Lions. The wild card is just pretty amazing. You know how people get in and they just do what they do. So I understand the independent thing series. It's rough, but it gets the notice. But it gets what it wants. And I'm just seeing it what it is. But I don't want my computer to crash on me. But that's what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go on mute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna talk about the rest of the why I see in these two sports, and then the next, and then the summer, and if we see the Olympics this year. So you know how it is, because the election year, all that's combined. What's going on today? I'm gonna go on mute. All right. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I had to get a refresh, some water, things like that. But you know how it is. Oh, whew. Okay. I'll read what it says. Oh Lord. I don't want to comment. I don't want to comment. I saw something on X. Someone said about those little. We just talked about the adult entertainment is damn near dead almost. Like nobody's dealing with people no more. They just everybody done clocked out, done banged out. It was just we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. This run, and we're just not going to be mindful of that. So you know. Do 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 do. Yep, I'm acting crazy. Oh, let me tell you. Let me talk about Instagram for a minute. Instagram got a broadcasting group. If y'all notice, if you follow these models and these former adult entertainer type people, or that's in the industry that used to be in it, and models, right? That do all the live streams, y'all get to see explicit stuff and all that stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like they have broadcast channels now. Same rules apply. It's not much you can do on a broadcast channel. They moderate the channel and do things like that. If you're a member, if you're a follower of those channels, those are good channels. But it's like everybody's got one. But I told you that's a form of podcasting. If you're podcasting today or any forms of it, that's the norm now. I'm not saying that's not the norm, but it is the norm of what you get to see that's going on. But you got to realize that that's the recommend thing that to do. Like, they send it to your DMs and then they talk to you. So it's like I understand what's going on. She ethnic. But it just goes to show you where we at. Let me see some. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is being treated with complicated. Hold on. Let's read this for a minute. It's Wall Street Journal. I'm going to read this. What's just now? Okay. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has prostate cancer, Pentagon says. Urinary tract infection prompted the defense chief return to the hospital. His name is Lloyd Austin. The guy with the defense secretary Lloyd Austin. He has prostate cancer. Oh shit, shoot. I ain't got no issue with that. I don't got no infection on that. He old enough to have it anyway. An episode that put him into the hospital was kept for days under pressure from the administration, members of Congress, including from his own party. Yeah, he about to be replaced. He got prostate. Damn, I didn't know that. Lloyd Austin. Well, that's Lloyd Austin. I mean, yeah, the defense secretary. Yeah, he got prostate. I didn't know that. Yeah, this goes to show you that that's a risky job. And then they talk about that war, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's irrelevant or whatever. But yeah, oh, salute APTV, salute man, salute. But yeah, that man's got prostate, but he's old enough to have it. I believe he's like 60 something. He's probably 60. I don't believe he's 50. I believe he's 60 having that. He should have got that checked out before he got in office with Biden. Yeah, the Democrats are through. The Republicans and Democrats, they finish as a whole. I don't see them even thriving because the third party is going to take over and just say, "Hey, look at this. This is what we're going to talk about and whatever." But the fact the remains that I know everybody's distracted by sports, but prostate is killing us, fellas. You gotta get that checkup. I'm gonna check mines before I even get to that. I'm young now, but I'm gonna get that checked out sooner or later. Make sure I don't have that. I don't have no infections and shit. But I just heard that and I saw that on my thing on my cell phone, and you know how that is. And they might give him some drugs to treat it. It is what it is. At least I don't have prostate. That's how that was. But he probably does a lot of drinking. How he got that. Holds his piss and all that. It's a urinary infection. Can't have that. You gotta take a leaky, sir. Quit holding it so much. You won't have that cancer. It turns into cancer. You better be careful. Better be careful. You better be careful. You better be careful. Better be careful. It might bite you like a treat. Let me stop. But someone really hurt me for real. But it just goes to show you that things happen. 2024 is going to be very interesting. It's a circus, yes. And I don't know who's going to be the Super Bowl champs this year. And, the president's going to go them to be what the spring of the new year is going to be. Spring is the real new year. Y'all do know that, right? It is the new year. But, I got the, of course. But yeah, they about said that nigga ain't got no microphone. He ain't got. I was like, nigga, I got the mic all deck. Gain is up. But then when I turn it up, yeah. You know how it is. But then when you turn it up, yeah. Yeah. And that's how it is. But then when you turn it up, turn it up. Nah, nigga is. Mike don't make the content creator. It don't. You gotta be soundproof. I was soundproof without the mic, but it is what it is. But it's just another implementation of my content. But you know how it is. But normally, I'm just looking at it like this. I saw Cam this morning, right? Shouts out to It Is What It Is. Salute them for the interview with Sebastian Telfair. He said some insightful stuff. He said a lot of players, when he came in the league, it was 7 out of 10 got divorces, right? But now he said nowadays it's 9 out of 10 getting divorces. So you know what that means? It's over. So just like Zip said last night, it's looking bad. And when he said those home cooked meals and all that stuff, that's just real. Them home cooked meals hit different. You don't do that no more. Ego, a lot of ego. People want more than they want. They want that, but they can't have. That's the type of generation we got. They want something, but they can't have. And it's just like it goes to show you where we at. I'm not saying that to be frivolous, but I'm just saying that to be, you're not about that. Everybody wants something they can't have. They don't deserve it, really. It just goes to show you how sorry our society has become. They rely on frivolous, fast things, and then they just get in a hurry, and then there they are. I just don't really take people seriously on the internet, and especially if they're trying to do business and move forward and do things like that. So when you look at the sports world, it's bad. People just get caught up on the circus stuff, like politics and stuff, and other things, and then they get folded. They're not really built what they say they are. Same with the adult industry. They try to get in the industry and then they beg for looks, but in reality, nobody wants it. They don't care if you're big or small. They just, if you can't perform, it's a certain look they want. It's gotten corporate. I try to tell you it's about money. End of the day, 95% of it's money. Are they going to market you? They're not going to market you based off your look, because there's plenty of girls look similar to you, and you just gonna fall on the wayside. It's competition. A lot of females that used to be models and things like that and adult stars, it's competition. And if you don't drop nothing, you done fell off in the modeling world. And if you fell off in the adult world, nobody's not gonna take you a second look. They're not gonna hire you. So what do you say to those people? Not very much. And they end up becoming what? Adult cam girls. Adult cam girls is a serious demand right now. Everybody else want to be on camera and doing podcasts while they're fully naked on other platforms, and they try it on this platform. It's just ain't nobody lost. Like I said, like I figured, it just goes to show you where we at. So we got to understand that that's the type of stuff they're playing. And you got to understand that the world is operated different, and Sebastian has to understand the internet ruined a lot relationship and sexual opportunity. And I'll tell you why. Traveling is one thing. We get it. Y'all travel for, I'm going to say prostitutes and whores. I'm going to say whores. Y'all love them. Every man does. But the marriage thing is dead. Like, if you really want to get married, um, I agree with Mill. Nuclear family don't work, but I have to disagree. It works if y'all have the better income. It depends on if he's working. My mom used to work when I was coming up because I grew up in a nuclear family. I can tell you what it's like. There's some pros and cons. There's some pros if your families knew each other. That's the bigger pros. The cons is how sustainable it is. See, they about to be married about in a couple of days or next week. I think they'll be about 40 years. Even though they separated, but they're still married. They're technically still legally married. So they've been married for like pretty much 40 years because their anniversary will be January 14th, something like that. But that's a whole nother story on that. But that's a long time. So they're boomers. That's a long time. Most people are not married that long. And that's something I'm talking about. Because if my mother reaches that goal like she wanted, like our parents, she get to say that, and then she'll probably call it quits the next couple of years, or if it be this year, we'll see. Because they make that decision anyway. But we'll see about the marriage thing. That's 40 years. It's a long time. A lot of hardship. They try to say it's easy. No, it's all hardship. Once you have children, things change. The bigger test is you and that other person. And I look at it from my parents' perspective. I don't look at everybody else's perspective. You ain't been like miss me with that. The parents gave me the foundation. I look at it is, do I want to live like that? Do you want to live with this person? That's the thing about marriage. Marriage is very complex. It's Bill Smith say it's a business. It's not a business. I hate to say this, it's a love business. I don't look at it as a business. No, it's not. Only people that think they look at it as a business is niggas that like hoes so much. You look at hoes as a business, yes, but they deal with bad business. Y'all know what a fucking business is. A business is, to me, technically she's yours anyway if you want to go by the old rules of the world, right? But in reality, you have several women say, I can't be bought. My mom's one of them types. See, you can't say that. You can't use the word their business. They're not. They're about survival. They said, yeah, they're gonna survive. And then when A Verbs talks like that and Ramil talks like that, I agree with them a little bit, but when they take it too far, try to use a player shit, that don't work. Okay. Y'all think hoes survive. They can't survive without man. Without us, they're nothing. They need us to survive. We don't need them. And they know that. Because the long as we support them, you're helping them to survive. To cut them off is the money. It's really common sense, and a lot of you don't have it. And I laugh when y'all try to wife these harlots out here in the scriptures, right? This is on y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with dudes. This is a combination of everybody. And even the woman wants to be equal bound. They say the equal, well, it's equally fault. But in reality, it's the so-called man or the male's fault allowing them to be airhead and they think they're better than someone. And that's the problem. That's why you got a lot of narcissism on both genders, genderless idiots, derelict fucks that you see today on YouTube. Um, all types of people. It's a marketing strategy. That's why the man is not the head of the household and the nuclear family has always been dead. That was not used to what Ramil said it was. No, it was used for proximity if you knew each other or you want to make this nuclear family to make it a generational wealth thing. That was what it was for. But now it's been docile to loving harlots, aka whores and prostitutes, and adult stars and cam girls as your wives. That's your selection, gentlemen. That is your selection of what I'm saying is true. It is your selection in today's time. If you my age and on down, I'll give you an example. I'm not part of. I'm gonna go in the analytics for a minute. Hold on for a minute. I gotta go in the analytics. The age group. I gotta know who I'm speaking to because I don't think y'all understand that This is very important for you young men to understand. If you listen to niggas in the so-called manosphere spaces, y'all don't know what's going on. These guys don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm not dissing one that can call it the new whatever. I'm not a part of that. I support people's channels if I can. No hate. I just don't like the 2 point host space be lying and the combination of other spaces thinking this is what. No, a man knows his place, right? But you gotta understand that a lot of these people lie on here to get views and they buy views. Someone told me off another platform they do that, and I told them it's a marketing thing. That's how they get their channels up. Maintain okay audience because I gotta come correct with um with the truth on this because adult entertainment industries exist, but I'm just gonna look at the people, age and gender. You know, I know people are not subscribing 40 something saying if y'all haven't subscribed, you should subscribe now. I know they ain't showing the demographics. I'll say the lifetime. Okay. Look at my analytics of lifetime. I get more 25 to 34 age. Okay. That's the most. And the second most is people I just turned 35 in the 44 range. That's the second oldest group. 34 is young and old, but it's really young. 35 is young. 40 to 44 is old. Because if you're in 45 and 54 years old, you're in the upper tier of leadership. If you're 55 and 64 years, that means you're in the upper second oldest. 65 plus to 70, you're one of the oldest. I don't have that. But if you're part of 13 to 17, I don't have y'all's ear. I don't need y'all no way. Y'all kids, y'all children, y'all need to listen to 18 to 24. And most of the 18 to 24 are females, by the way. I mean, most 18 to 24 are males, but excuse me. It's a male based channel, no females. I have a few females in the 25 34, and also a few, and I'm going by my lifetime 35 to 44. Okay. If y'all listen to this or the 45 and 54, y'all can too. If y'all have sons around 25, oh, he was treated. Okay, he was treated for prostate cancer and urinary tract infection. Austin, Lloyd Austin. Yeah, I just read that. So-called sorry to hear that. It's been an hour, but you know, we're gonna talk about this age thing. Okay, if you're 25 to 34, if you're man watching this, not subscribed, you can subscribe now because I'll talk about different things in the this year, and I'm gonna get into the winter months and talk about this subject right here about the dating pool or the actual dating pool that you're looking at. There's other women you can find in your age group that's not adult entertainers. It's a handful, right? But if you look and see that 86%, 86.9% is male. Lifetime, I have 13% females watching me for a lifetime, right? But that age group, if you're 25 to 34 range, a lot of females that I have on here, 13% of and the most, actually decent women. Now, if they're adult entertainers, it's more than that. But y'all's dating pool in that range, the women that's younger than 25 and 34, 18 to 24. Let's look at 18 to 24. 18 to 24 is the youngest, right? We talk about for our age and even our ages. So we'll say like this 18 to 24 through 35 to 44. Okay, the females or the women, they would say, the females, a lot of people say they have options. Really, they don't because the options are very limited. They have different types of men, but we ain't gonna get into that because that's how they want to play the relationship up top. Is I'm gonna speak it from a male perspective. For the men's side, we look at it like this: our pool of females is from I'll say 25 to 34 to 45, 50. The ones that don't deal with the younger women, like these weirdos do in the blue pill, so-called red pill space. They deal with the 18, 24. We don't deal with that. They're immature at that age. Most dudes don't really do that. They usually deal with people that's 25, 34 range. Now, the 25, the guys I'm speaking to, 25, 34 range, if y'all are listening, y'all's dating pool is basically adult entertainers and webcam models that want to be your wives around that age and older. I'm seeing a trend of that on Instagram and Twitter that they don't want to do this no more because a lot of them are retired. They start out at 18, 24, and then next thing you know, boom, there it is. That's all I'm saying. But that pool is very, very large right now for the fellas. The females, not so much. Y'all got variety. They said they got options. No, they do not. The only options they got is not that much men they complain about. Getting DV charges and shit like that and lying on dudes and stuff. You gotta understand it's over for y'all. Like Verb is saying, he's speaking from a small number. But a lot of dudes is messing with older women more than ever and wifing them up. But sometimes they don't do the younger chicks. That's when they go out overseas and that's it. But those chicks get used up when they get to be 25 to 34 range. They already lost their mind. A lot of people try to say they're bad. No, they're not. People still marrying them. People still wifing them up. That's their selection. There is no good girl and all that. That's mythology right there. When we look at mythology, we look at people be lying all the time. So I'm just looking at this right now. I'm just gonna get what's what. People think they know you and have you figure out the fuck off a few things, baby. I'm a multifaceted. This is a depth you know nothing about. You never figure me out. Who says this? Okay, see, this is the type of BS I'm talking about. When you claim you're multifaceted, I don't believe you. What's most important is that you're doing something that makes you happy, align with your purpose. With them, see when they say purpose, what purpose? So that's that BS. That's and when people say that they fraudulent. They lying on here. Like stop lying on the internet, girl. You what purpose? Y'all ain't got no purpose. But some D, you want some pain. That's all y'all cared about. That's 95% of y'all's problem. Y'all ain't about no marriage, and that's why marriage is dead. It's been dead because, like I said, webcam and adult entertainers ruined that years ago. I tried to tell y'all 3 years ago that's y'all's pool. I say it on blog streams, a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna say too much, but I ain't gonna get graphic. But I'm just saying that's y'all's pool, fellas. If you're 25 to 34 years old right now, if you're listening from a distance or whatever, or watching this on the playback, that's your pool. I hate to say that if you're going offline and online, but if you find out they do have like a OnlyFans, let me tell y'all this: do not trip, do not get angry, do not say anything stupid. Just let it go. You already know what it is. And if you choose to marry that because you got desperate dudes complain all the time, they blue pill and end up being fake red pill, but you know, they really blue pill the whole time. They need to stop talking about things like that because they're not built like that. And what she just said, if she says she's multifaceted, I say she's capping. Someone had that in a X feed, which we call a Twitter feed. You know, when people tweet, they be lying, they be capping. I don't take these people seriously, man. I really and they say it a lot on Twitter. They be lying a lot, so you know how it is. All right, so with that, people, shalom to the people of Israel, of course, the Gentiles as well. Shalom to y'all as well. And I'll see y'all the next time on the Independent Thinker series on the 39th edition. But yes, the 38th edition, we just talked about a little bit about the sports Super Bowl and a little bit of politics. Yes, we talked about the defense secretary having they treat him for the urinary tract, urinary tract, infection with his prostate cancer, but you know how that goes, you know. But he better get treated or care from it. You know, he over there, you know, you gotta take care of that, bro. It is what it is. But it's just like I said, you know, people be lying on the internet, and that's what they do. They're trying to get that corporate sponsor so they can be on TV and whatever. And a lot of people want to be on television that bad. And it's actually on the internet, but you know, they want you to pay like $150 a month to watch a little BS. But what the hell if I know, you know? So with that, until next time, I'm signing off, and I'll see y'all on the 39th edition. This is the 38th edition of the Embracing Being an Independent Thinking series. Of course, the Independent Thinking series is going to go on during the spring, and I'll end it. You already know what it is. Until next time, and I'm out.